Hello and welcome to Jack Edwards Reserve for round 11 of the NPL Victoria. Oakleigh Cannons taking on Dandenong Thunder here in your Sunday twilight game. A couple of new signings announced for the Oakleigh Cannons this week and a couple of exciting ones at that. We've got Aaron Williams starting at the back for the Cannons for the very first time, and Chris Lucas, formerly of, well, several different NPL Victoria clubs, but most notably Bentley, on the bench. Full starting lineup for Oakleigh. Nick Feely in goals. At centre-back, Aaron Williams and Tom Matthews. Full-backs are Matt Fashini and Hamish Miller. Oliver Kubalay, Tyson Holmes and Joe Guest make up the midfield three, with Wade Decker, Matt Thurtell and Joe Knowles, the three top scorers in the Oakleigh 11, fittingly making up the forward line. For the Dandenong Thunder, Francis Sawali starts between the sticks, as per usual. At the back, Jamal Ali, Keegan Sheridan and Mercer Mehmeti. Harley Orr, Harry Ascroft, Josh Meeker and Thomas Maricic. Starting in midfield, forward line of Ali Suleimani, Noel Bernarda and Hamish Watson. About to get underway here. And we are off. Dandenong Thunder in their traditional red and black, kicking from right to left. Oakleigh Cannons in the blue. And Decker making the interception immediately. It's cutouts by Mika. It's Thomas Maricic, number 13, playing at the back as well. New signing Hamish Watson, who made an impression last week, scoring against Heidelberg United in a 2-1 loss. We know what the Kiwi can do in this league. His previous stint with the Melbourne Knights. Very prolific, albeit in a rather disappointing team. That's a short pass. Knowles couldn't quite take advantage. He's the captain, Harry Ascroft. Mehmeti. Blocked by Joe Knowles. Diligent in his defensive duties this season, but it's come at a cost. He's one yellow card away from a suspension. Something to keep an eye on this evening. Thurtell. Suleimani for the overlapping run of Jamal Ali. Blocked by the backtracking Wade Decker, and we'll have a Thunder corner as our first of the match. Mercer Mehmeti coming up from the back line to take this one with the left boot. Swung in, flicked on by Bernarda and Watson. My goodness, it seemed easier to score, but somehow that ball flies over the crossbar. Hamish Watson with a glorious early chance. Came at him very quickly after the flick on from Bernarda. My goodness, a striker of Hamish Watson's pedigree just had to hit the back of the net there. Still 0-0 somehow. Guest. He's fouled by frustrated Harley Orr. Holmes gets us restarted. Now Aaron Williams, the new boy. Previously played for Havant and Waterlooville in England. Appeals for handball against Thurtell. Maricic went in dangerously, playing with fire there, but no penalty forthcoming. Much to the displeasure of the Oakleigh supporters behind our broadcast position. Mehmeti. Too high for Bernarda. That ball was out, according to the linesman on the near side, and Thunder will gain some ground. A really exciting start here. Just a couple of minutes into this match, and we've had a sitter missed from point-blank range and a really strong penalty shout. Both number 9s involved. Hamish Watson and Matt Thurtell. Decker battling the base of midfield. He's Suleimani. His early ball was too heavy for Josh Meeker to have a chance. Oakleigh Cannon sit in 7th place coming into this match. With some really mixed recent form. Many pegging them as a title contender, but after injuries to a number of players, notably Eliopoulos, their star centre-back who suffered an ACL tear, and Oscar Dillon, who was seen being put through his paces in the pre-game. Left them with a gaping hole in the centre of defence. And their form has really nosedived as a result. Signing of Williams looking to plug that gap. Having spent a couple of years with Perth Glory, Aaron Williams seems a replacement of sufficient calibre. Matthews deputising at centre half today. The Oakleigh captain, more commonly seen as a right fullback. Meeker nips in just ahead of Joe Guest, who's pressing hard as usual. Decker with a terrific slide. Holmes trying to go over the top first time to his one-time Bentley Greens teammate, Matt Thurtell. It's Maricic for Sheridan. Mehmeti. Williams gets there ahead of Watson. He can reel this one in from Ascroft. Watson gets past Williams. Watson on the left. Didn't get enough purchase. Nick Feely comfortable. But another moment of real promise for the visiting Thunder, whose away form has been patchy to say the least. Holmes. Williams. Into the feet of Knowles, who nips past Harley Orr. It's his second foul of the game already. Man who leads the Thunder in stat you probably don't want to lead your team in, yellow cards. He's already got 7 this season. Already served a 1-match suspension for the 5 accumulated. No red cards for Dandenong Thunder though this season. Can't say the same for Oakleigh. Thomas Matthews, of course, sent off against Avondale. And controversially at that. Sawali playing ball boy and taking his time over the goal kick. Kubalay. Holmes gets a toe on it and finds Fashini. Searching ball down the line. That one's going to run out of play. Apologies to any habitual Facebook Live viewers who've had to go searching for this game on YouTube. We're in touch with Sportscast HQ now. We'll try and get that issue resolved. Sawali goes long. Hamish Miller's header. And deftly done by the Eritrean-born Jamal Ali. Tried to duck out of the way of an expected clearance from Ascroft and didn't need to in the end. Just lucky enough to see Jamal Ali lead Eritrea to victory in this year's African Nations Cup. held in the NPL pre-season. As their second win in a row of that competition, which is so prestigious amongst the African Australian community here in Melbourne. And a big well done to Football Empowerment for putting on such a great show. We've got a great show here tonight as well on the NPL Victoria live stream. It's Suleimani's free kick. And just wide by Thomas Maricic. You'd think given his frame, he'd be one you'd be marking a little tighter off those set pieces, but unopposed in the air, and it was another great chance for the Thunder, who've really had all the early running here in regards to chances created. Kubalay looking for options. Knowles manhandled by Mehmeti. No foul against Ashcroft. Bernardo looking for Watson. Williams nips in front. Two players sliding in there are Holmes and Suleimani. The former coming out on top. Ali's long throw down the line. Meeker's flick. Watson wrestling with Tom Matthews. His physical presence will cause Oakleigh some problems tonight. Meeker, Suleimani helping it on. Williams with the clearance. Only as far as the head of Mehmeti. Bernardo for Meeker now. Ali, past Decker. Wrong-footed the winger, and now he steps inside. Jamal Ali. Straight at Nick Feely. And he loves to get forward, the right full-back. Just as comfortable in midfield. Guest. That's a beautiful ball through. Wade Decker is around Sawali, who's collected him. And only a yellow for the Dandy Thunder keeper. Well, without having a direct line to the referee, I suspect he's telling Tyson Holmes that Wade Decker's heavy touch was carrying him away from a direct goal-scoring opportunity. Sawali was certainly the last man, or at best level with a recovering defender. But what a through ball from Joe Guest. That's why Oakleigh Cannons brought him to Australia. That's why he earns the big bucks. Joe Guest with a classy touch to split open the defence in transition. And now a very promising opportunity off the set piece. I understand Guest wanting this one with the left peg. We know Joe Knowles has a cannon of a right foot if you're going for power. But I'd fancy the number 10 here. Very tall wall for Thunder. 5 in it. Guest goes low and beaten away by Keegan Sheridan. Kubalay in early. Harley Orr is up to meet it for the away side. Bernardo. Mehmeti. Miller back centrally. And now Matthews recovering to send this one down the line again. Or around the corner, only found Aaron Williams. Now Guest in a bit of space. He might have a crack here, Joe Guest. But just didn't get the power he was looking for. Slightly topped the ball, and it's straight down the throats of Franny Sawali. Watson playing target man again. Appeals for handball and given against Hamish Watson. Matthews. Playing it short to Williams. Seems very confident on the ball, Aaron Williams. Perhaps a family trait. His brother Reese was spraying them around the park for Melbourne victory in the A-League a couple of years ago, before his jaunt in the Middle East. Tyson Holmes being called back to double mark Hamish Watson in the air. Such is the threat he poses. This one goes deeper though. Fashini winning that duel. Harley always favoured in the second. Mehmeti. Deflection takes it into the path of Harry Ascroft. Bustles his way through. Ascroft in early. Too heavy for Hamish Watson to have a hope, but enterprising stuff from the Dandenong Thunder captain. Sizable Thunder away support behind Nick Feely's goal. Trying to give the home keeper a bit of stick. The drums they've brought sounding great as well, I must say. Great atmosphere on your NPL Victoria Sunday. Decker. Thurtell. Decker looking for Holmes, but again on this almost claustrophobic Jack Edwards pitch. You overhit a ball, it's going straight to the keeper. Grass seems just a touch long here today. It's Watson's flick for Bernardo. Kubalay. Guest left it behind. Mika. Watson. Fashini's challenge sends it skywards. Mehmeti's header. Fashini up the line. Thurtell. Really tough bounce. Here's Bernardo. Acrobatically done. Bit of Argentine flair. We've seen plenty of that kind of acrobatic stuff from Bernardo this season. 6 goals already. By far Thunder's top goal scorer. A few of those coming from the penalty spot, of course. And he beats Fashini with a deft touch. Straight into the chest of Aaron Williams. And Bernardo desperately unlucky that it comes back off him. Williams. There's a long diagonal which only finds the head of Thomas Maricic. Guest. Looking for Decker. Maricic's touch was heavy there and he's given away the throw as a result. He's Wade Decker again. Losing out to Jamal Ali. Hamish Miller finds the feet of Decker this time, and again the Thunder get it away, but again they give up the throw. Just locked in this corner at the moment. Here's Kubalay. Mehmeti with the free header. Holmes was felled by Bernardo, but legally so. Williams goes back home to Feely. Sheridan, well won, very well judged. Draws some admiring shouts from the Dandy Thunder fans. Holmes. Knowles. Past Mehmeti. He's got Bernardo for company as well. That's to the back stick. Decker centres. Guest strikes. Oh, he completely shanked that one. And Joe Knowles has actually been penalised for offside there after coming back from off the pitch. I have to consult my rule book to confirm, but I believe if you are off the field, you are adjudged to be on the goal line No Thunder defenders quite on the byline there, and therefore Knowles having not touched the ball but interfered with play. He's technically offside. That's a niche one. Any aspiring referees, let me know if I'm right in the comments. Decker. Orr wins that one cleanly and finds Watson. Off the shins of Miller. And Thunder have threatened at set pieces. Watson can only hope and pray for a chance as gilt-edged as he was gifted in the opening couple of minutes of this match. From a right-hand side corner. The delivery that time from Mercer Mehmeti was impeccable. Let's see what the cultured left foot at the number 5 comes up with this time. It wasn't bad, but Hamish Miller hustled into the right spot. Terrific use of the body, Joe Knowles. He's fouled. Will we have an advantage? Surely not. It's a WWE manoeuvre from Ali Soleimani. Now, have they got the free kick or not here? I assumed they had, but maybe the call is a throw. Well, Oakleigh rightly feeling aggrieved by that one, I think. Not much else Joe Knowles could have done to play on in the honest spirit of the game. Mehmeti copped a stray arm there. It's come out to Joe Guest. Williams spreads the play to his captain. Thunder content to sit back and form a tightly congested block. All the players bar Hamish Watson behind the ball. Kubele searches for Knowles. He switched out to the left-hand side, but that one's just too high for him. Matthews. Ali's throw. An acrobatic little DiCanio style scissor from Jamal Ali. It's Fashini for Oakleigh. And Decker takes over. Tyson Holmes for Decker. Fashini on the overlap. Sends in a great ball. Guests! How did that stay out? What a chance for Joe Guest. And what a delivery by Matt Fashini, but somehow the ball does not end up in the back of the net. He was under considerable defensive pressure there, Joe Guest, but he'll be sorely disappointed he could not direct that one goalwards. It was just desperate for a calm finish into the back of Francis Sawali's goal. Well, how this game is 0-0 is completely beyond me. Glorious chances for Joe Guest and Hamish Watson. But still, we are deadlocked. Ascroft. Bonata. Great ball. Finds Soleimani. Into the box. Watson was there. Nick Feely came out bravely and claimed that cross. Just a terrific find from Noel Bernardo. First time from Knowles. Flicks it on to Guest. This is slick stuff from Oakleigh here. Well done by Tommy Maricic. Sometimes they flattered to deceive Oakleigh, then you give them a chance in transition and they play through a defence like a hot knife through butter. Knowles. Has Miller helping out, but he goes on his own. It's a good left-footed delivery, just a little too close to Sawali's goal. Had to twist and turn this way and that to escape the dogged defensive attentions of Jamal Ali. He's actually gone down with an injury, perhaps as a result of those efforts. A little stoppage in play here as the Dandenong Thunder physio is called over. Tactical instructions being dished out by Sam Elmazi in this enforced break. Ali going off on the far side. I think we'll try and continue. In fact, yes, he's back on the field. Holmes. Finds Guest between the lines. It's Knowles. No options forward for him. Good switch from Aaron Williams, the new boy, here at Jack Edwards Reserve. Decker. Lovely ball to find Hamish Miller, who feeds Guest down the line. Thurtell dummied when he could have struck goalwards. No teammate running in behind him. Great ball from Hamish Watson. It's out to Suleimani. Bernardo arriving just a fraction too late. He recovers possession though, the Argentine. Tyson Holmes heads that one away. Knowles intercepts. Fouled by Ascroft with Tyson Holmes, who's trying to delay the restart, and he's avoided a yellow card there. Telling off from the referee, though. Matthews. Williams spraying another long diagonal. Kubalay back with Tom Matthews again. Sidesteps his marker effortlessly and finds Fashini. Knowles. Playing the 1-2. Fashini's cross. Not up to his usual standards from the former Melbourne Victory man. Sawali looking for Watson. It's always that aerial target. Something Thunder were sorely lacking before his arrival. Bernardo doing an admirable job in the goal-scoring department, but you just felt, as a makeshift centre forward, something was lacking in terms of providing that focal point. Guest way overhit to Wade Decker. Thunder coach El Mazi imploring his side to use the full width of the pitch. "29 minutes played here. Still 0-0 despite glorious chances for both Hamish Watson and Joe Guest, whose efforts from 6 yards or fewer were somehow off target. It's been a really lively contest so far, made even more atmospheric by the presence of these terrific away fans. Here's Hamish Miller. Decker's shot blocked. Thurtell getting involved. Holmes couldn't get there before Ashcroft. Now Joe Knowles loves to run at defenders, and he ran straight into Mehmeti there, but free kick blown on the advice of the assistant referee on the near side. Mercer Mehmeti perhaps a tad hard done by there, but maybe a make-up call for the Joe Knowles free kick not given earlier. Joe Knowles with a header! And there it is. Finally, Oakleigh Cannons make the breakthrough, and it's the man who won the free kick, Joe Knowles, with a terrific header off the in-swinging cross from Joe Guest. The near post glance was inch perfect right into the bottom corner. And Francis Suwali was left stranded. Oakleigh 1, Thunder 0. Thunder will feel the free kick should never have been given. That won't change the scoreline. Here's Bernardo. Ashcroft. Caught in possession by Guest. Now Harley Orr sliding in. Suleimani telegraphed the pass, and Aaron Williams simply stood his ground. Knowles with a good turn and find of Wade Decker, who returns the favour. Guest getting a touch for Miller. His pass was intercepted by the covering Tom Maricic. That is a huge goal for Joe Knowles. It's his 4th of the season, and one that Oakleigh desperately needed. What can he do with the delivery here? Maricic headed away from Matthews, who was lurking. Here's Fashini, deep cross, Suwali claims. Oakleigh desperate for a win to get their title challenge back on the rails. Bernardo. No handball despite the Oakleigh appeals. Williams back to Feely. Sheridan's header falls to Decker. Good win by Ashcroft. Tries for the immediate restart, but Suleimani was simply not ready for it. That's where Thunder can hurt Oakleigh, with balls won in that area of the park. If the wingers are ready, the space is there. Kubale. Wars tackle. Holmes. Fashini for Guests. Decker. Nice reverse for Thurtell. Someone needs to shoot here. It might be Guest who goes down, but Ashcroft winning the ball. Miller's interception. Kubalay for Holmes. Lovely feet from Tyson Holmes, but can't carry him past 3 Thunder defenders. And now Suleimani for Thunder. Williams missed it. Did Williams handle it there? Play goes on. Bernarda! They wanted a penalty, but it doesn't matter now. And Noel Bernarda, goal number 7 for the season. What a finish. The cultured left foot of Noel Bernarda. What a quality import he has been. And he looks to the heavens and thumps the Dandenong Thunder crest in celebration. We're level here at Jack Edwards. It's 1-1. Here's Decker for the home side, trying to respond before half-time here. 35 minutes played. Fashini goes for the big switch. And finds Joe Knowles, whose first touch let him down a tad. Here's the Perth boy, Harley Orr, for the goal scorer. Watson. Williams sliding in with 2 feet, but won the ball cleanly enough. Maybe he came off the worst of the 2 with Watson landing on top of him. Mika couldn't get there. Here's Miller. Kubalay. Fashini. Wade Decker, thrust to the ground by Mercer Mehmeti rather unceremoniously. The move goes on. Kubalay, Thurtell, Guest. Out to Joe Knowles. Cross with his left was too deep again. Ashcroft, who received the shout of time from about 50 supporters here on the near side, so definitely need to turn and carry it forward. Mehmeti. Matthews got a foot to the ball there. Despite these protests, I think that was a clean win from the Oakleigh captain. Protests coming from the supporters rather than the players, which is rather telling. Guest. Fashini. Decker got a little bit of contact in the back there. Not enough for a foul, but enough to ease him off the ball. It's the defensive dark arts on display from Keegan Sheridan. Bernarda in position for this throw now. He wants the ball. Bit of a discussion going on with Mehmeti, who goes short to Ashcroft instead. And that was a terrible challenge by Matt Thurtell. Mercer Mehmeti receiving studs to the shin there as he volleyed the ball clear. Fans getting involved. The yellow card is out for Matt Thurtell already. Thunder wanted further punishment for that. That was a painful one. We've seen players sent off for less. Discussions continue with Almazi giving the referee a spray. And he'll face some disciplinary action as well. A yellow card for the Dandenong Thunder head coach. Well, it's a tough job holding the whistle. Apologies on behalf of Thurtell from Tyson Holmes, trying to smooth things over. Worth noting at this point that Port Victoria referees have, or some of them anyway, from the Referees Association of Victoria have staged a bit of a protest in recent weeks regarding respect directed towards match officials or lack thereof, wearing blue armbands in support of that stand against abuse of match officials. And listen to some of the language coming from those supporters. I think that stand is well founded. Lovely first touch from Decker as we're finally back underway here. Suleimani. Straight to Williams, who's just read so many of those searching balls tonight. Decker, terrific switch to find Joe Guest. Knowles goes down and will win the free kick. Just such a slippery dribbler, Joe Knowles. Causes nearly every defender he comes up against all sorts of problems in those 1v1 situations. He's won another set piece, just like the one Oakleigh scored from. If you're just joining us, it's 1-1 here at Jack Edwards Reserve. Joe Knowles with the opener. A lovely, deft flick of a header at the near post off a Joe Guest free kick. But Noel Bernarda with a well-struck response to level things up. Here's Knowles from the set piece. A couple of shouts for handball, but straight into the wall. Holmes, Kubalay, Matthews, Kubalay, Ali's header, over the top for Knowles and fired in too powerfully for any Oakleigh attackers to get their head to it. Mercer Mehmeti with the defensive job. And it will be offside against Joe Knowles. Soali's long ball. Mika finds Hamish Watson. The big striker couldn't find a cross to a teammate. Harley Orr giving that one away. And now Oakleigh can spring. Counter-attack. Ashcroft with Knowles turning the wrong way, actually lost his footing and no foul there. Decker for Holmes. Kubalay. Now for Sheeny. Has Knowles down the line or Williams backwards and square? Tried for Knowles again, who would have been offside again if that ball had reached him. Instead, Mehmeti slid and prevented that situation from occurring. Williams finds for Sheeny. Watson steaming in and winning the ball. Gives Suleimani something rather hopeless to chase. Kubalay. Delicately dinked over the top. Maricic shielding that one behind for a goal kick. Sawali. Ali's flick. Mika lofts that one forward in search of Ali Suleimani. Watson was waiting there and it never came. Ascroft with the speculative. That one's well wide. Three minutes going up on the assistant sport. Fashini. Knowles caught heavily by Keegan Sheridan. He's down in a heap. Here's Jamal Ali for the Thunder. Ali across goal. Just needed a touch. He was going for goal himself, Jamal Ali, and it was a foot wide of the far post. Lovely ball to find Wade Decker. Goes down and he was tripped by Ali. Another good set-piece opportunity for the Oakleigh Cannons. On the cusp of half-time. Joe Guest on set-piece duties again. Six in the area for Oakleigh. It's Thurtell. Big shout for handball. Nothing doing from the match officials. Can't say I spotted that one from our angle, but a number of Oakleigh players seemed convinced. Ali. Nicely done by Mika. Now Bernardo. An adventurous effort from range. And Decker fouled by Mehmeti, who flees the scene of the crime, but not without a yellow ticket. And that's his fourth yellow card of the season. So one more and he's got a one-game suspension. Decker looking a little worse for wear as a result. Took the wind out of his sails. And that will be all the action in this first half. So much entertainment. Controversy with Matt Thurtell's challenge on Mehmeti, resulting in only a yellow card when the entire Thunder fan base, bench and playing group felt it was deserving of a red card. We'll leave that Up to you, the viewer, to decide. But it was the footballing action that was most intriguing. With both sides scuppering great chances to open the scoring before Joe Knowles finally did midway through the first half with a deft flick from a Joe Guest cross. That is goal number 4 for the season for Joe Knowles. And then Noel Bernardo with number 7 for his personal campaign. And the Thunder's equaliser, which leaves us locked at 1-1 at the halftime break. Stay with us here on FVTV. I'm Josh Parrish. I'll be with you in 15 minutes. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Jack Edwards Reserve here in the southeast suburbs of Melbourne, where we've got a cracking game here in round 11 between Oakleigh Cannons and Dandenong Thunder. Score locked at 1-1 at the halftime break. The opener from Joe Knowles. Deft flick off a Joe Guest free kick, opening the scoring. But Noel Bernarda, the talisman of the Thunder this season, netting his 7th. Massive shout for handball off Aaron Williams, but the rebound fell Bernarda's way and he drove it with power and intent into the bottom right corner. And equalised for the Dandenong Thunder later in the half. A big shout for a red card on Matt Thurtell. Only yellow, but the stud marks on Mercer Mehmeti's leg might tell a different story. Certainly enraged the Thunder fans who have come in their numbers to support their local rivals. Holmes looking for Thurtell. Sawali came and didn't get there. Well, he's known to be a little impulsive, a little eccentric, the Dandenong Thunder keeper, and we saw why there. Miller. Or headed straight to Kubalay, and now Decker lays it off for Joe Guest. Knowles has Fashini on the overlap. He steps inside. Fashini's strike was blocked by Sheridan. Knowles with the early cross deflected, and Sawali comes and successfully claims this time. It's been absolutely rollicking action end to end this evening, and I expect that to continue in the second half. A fantastic atmosphere being generated as well. Decker. Ali gets a touch. Here comes that man, Bernarda. Finds Suleimani. And Tom Matthews was in the way. Dandenong Thunder featured prominently in recent Football Belongs documentary. Those shorts put out by Optus Sport. Maybe that's fired up some of their ardent fans. Here's Mehmeti's set piece. Into the area, Matthews on the 6-yard box. Bravely contests that one. And it's Kubalay to release Joe Knowles. Ali's the only man back. And there's a little pull of the shoulder or the shirt from Joe Knowles. Ali did terrifically well. He's got such recovery pace to get goal side. Josh Meeker trying to shield that one. Thunder throw. Bernarda keen to get the action back underway quickly, but he cedes duties to Mehmeti. Here's Meeker. Boxed in by 3 Oakleigh defenders. And Kubalay sends it out for another throw-in. The visitors gain ground. Mehmeti might go the long throw here. He's got Meeker and Watson as potential targets. It's in towards the head of Josh Meeker. Back with Orr. Early ball. Suleimani's there! Just couldn't get enough on that whipped ball from Harley Orr to direct it goalwards. Ali Suleimani. Not sure if he got a touch at all there, but certainly a great chance. Brilliant delivery from the Perth-born midfielder. Miller trying to delay the throw-in. Hamish Watson Suleimani going at Miller and winning another corner. I've got to say, Mercer Mehmeti has delivered some outstanding balls tonight from this very position. It's a long way back for the left back to run after each right-hand sided corner is whipped in, but given that left foot of his, a sacrifice worth making. And he's got a personal cheer squad behind him as well. Mehmeti's ball. Bernarda flicked it on. Shout for handball against Mika. Suleimani looking for Orr at the back stick. He heads across goal. No one there. Sheridan retrieving possession. Mehmeti. Jinks past Williams. But his right foot doesn't match up to his left, unfortunately. Knowles. Thumps that one clear in the direction of Joe Guest. Takes it down beautifully and is fouled by Ascroft. Voices his displeasure with the decision, but the arm was extended. Fashini. In early, wrong foot swayed Decker, who has ground to make up here to keep this in, and he can't do so. And Harry Ascroft has been booked for his display of dissent towards our match official. Having already served a one-game ban, he won't serve a suspension for this one. He's onto a clean slate again in time for this match, and that's his 6th yellow card of the season. Jamal Ali with the long throw. Guest helped it on, but Ali in again with the clearance. Knowles let it run. Fashini. Mehmeti dinking that one over the top. And Bernarda has options in the middle here. Well judged by Williams, but Bernarda gets it back on the rebound. Ascroft to strike. And well held by Nick Feely with 2 Thunder attackers bearing down on him. Holmes looking for Joe Knowles. His touch is heavy. Ascroft sliding in on a yellow card, remember. And Knowles does him the second time around. And he's past 2 here. Joe Knowles keeps going onto his left. And his strike straight into the head of Tom Maricic. Suleimani puts it out of play. Hearing a shout for an injury on the far side. Well, Oh, what a goal! Joe Knowles with a first-time volley. Caught the defence out completely. And it's 2-1 in favour of the Oakleigh Cannons. Fantastic switching ball. And Joe Knowles with the most delicate chipped volley over the top of the goalkeeper and into the bottom corner. Do apologise if our cameras missed that. Dealing with a slight technical issue. May not have panned quick enough. But let me assure you, the spectators in attendance left with value for money after that strike by Joe Knowles. He's second of the game. Mika couldn't control that one in a promising area. Pumps was surprised by the missed clearance in front of him. Suleimani's chest. The Thunder in a hole again. What can their attack muster in response? Mika with a little shove. I think it resulted in his own player going down. And the referee stopped play here. Talking to the assistant referee, looks as if Sam Elmazi might be in a bit of trouble. Discussions going on in the technical area between Elmazi and the fourth official. Well, I'm no lip reader, so I'm not entirely sure the reason behind that stoppage, but all been sorted out now. Watson, touch was too heavy, and Williams picked his pocket. Here's Knowles. In first time. Mika on the break. He's got yards and yards ahead of him, and he's run the whole half of the field. But the strike did not live up to expectations. Mehmeti. Flicked on by Bernarda. Watson brings that one down. Hamish Watson striding forward and finding Suleimani, whose strike was badly askew. And we'll have a change here for the Dandenong Thunder. Guest header. Knowles. Here's Knowles. And that'll be an Oakleigh corner. Oakleigh will delay that change. Elmazi making it known in no uncertain terms that he does not want to make a substitution while defending a corner. So the entrance of Brandon Yanch is delayed. Guest's corner. Headed away by Sheridan. Steams in to try and challenge Guest. Maricic getting his head on that one. He's got Watson on the diagonal. Bit of contact on the near side between Holmes and Suleimani. But Hamish Watson is in the area. And strikes himself! What a hit that was! On the turn from Hamish Watson. Narrowly wide of the far post. And Josh Meeker will be replaced by number 10, Brandon Yanch. Ali trying to find the substitute. That one's straight behind for a goal kick. And there is a Thunder defender down. I believe it's Mercer Mehmeti who's struggling again. And we'll prepare another change here for the Thunder. Looks like it'll be Giuseppe Marafiotti coming on for Mercer Mehmeti, so as a result, a positional reshuffle. Suleimani goes back to left fullback. Marafiotti on the rise. Bernarda on the left. Here he is, Pepe Marafiotti, Former Oakleigh player, of course. Playing against his former side tonight. Decker looked for where he thought Knowles would be, but languishing behind play, the number 28. Suleimani, Bernardo on the spin, lets it run, but Williams is covering. And Suleimani heads it out of play. Fashini, Thurtell, breaks down. Yanch was steaming in. Here's Jamal Ali. Maricic's clearance was blocked. Miller using his body to shepherd Marafiotti away from the ball. Knowles. For Guest. Finds Tyson Holmes at the second time of asking. Knowles didn't see Ashcroft steaming in on his blind side. Marafiotti again. Significant physical duel going on there between he and Hamish Miller, and he's been forced backwards, Marafiotti, almost to the position where the pass came from. Sawali's clearance had no real pepper on it, and Holmes goes over the top of Harry Ashcroft. Sawali. Thurtell, who has space to bring it down. Knowles. Ashcroft making up the ground rather quickly. Oakleigh bench convinced that was a foul. It was pretty physical stuff from Harry Ashcroft, but deemed legal by the match officials. He loses out to Guest. Kubalay. Double teamed, and now Watson takes over. And that's a good ball. But Nick Feely was alive and aware to it. Suleimani can only head backwards, but it does fall to Sheridan. Bernardo's flick, and now Watson. Can't get past Tom Matthews when it looked like he had the edge. Yanch sends Bernardo wide with the pass out to the left. Watson's header! And it's a good save by Nick Feely. Down low to his left. Excellent work by the Oakleigh goalkeeper to not only save but hold that one. Suleimani getting there ahead of Decker. Kubalay flew in, won some of the ball, some of the man. And that will be a Dandy Thunder free kick. See if there's any yellow card to accompany it. Just the free kick, it looks like. Marafiotti fancies this. And the newly arrived number 14 sizes up Nick Feely's goal from all of 35 yards. Here goes the cross. And a free kick for Oakleigh. And Feely can't start that way after the whistle. Guest goes down, a bit of slapstick comedy. Ashcroft on ball boy duties. Trying to get the game restarted as quickly as possible. Still got just over 17 minutes here, plus stoppages, to muster a response. Cannons in front, 2-1. Sheridan's header. Thurtell with the chest. It's cleared all the way to the fourth official. And we'll have another change. This time from Oakleigh. It looks like Chris Lucas to make his Oakleigh Cannons debut. Former teammate of Tyson Holmes and Matt Thurtell, so Chris Lucas will surely blend in seamlessly to this Oakleigh Cannons attack. A real recruit of pedigree. Well, first Watson was pushed, then Yanch was tripped, and it had to be a free kick on one of those occasions. Harley Orr with the set piece. It's headed down by Bernardo. Thurtell's header. Tyson Holmes flicking that one towards an offside Matt Thurtell. And now that Oakleigh change will be made. Coming off Wade Decker. So number 11, Wade Decker replaced. And coming on, number 14. For his Oakleigh Cannons debut, it is new signing Chris Lucas. Matthews nicks it off Watson's toes to clear, and Lucas gets his first touch of the ball in a blue jersey. Loses out to Ali, but wins it back. Guest whips it in. Only one target in there, and Suleimani's shanked clearance. Could have gone anywhere. He thanks his lucky stars that one didn't end up in the back of the net. Guest with the corner. One rebounded off a Thunder defender. We'll have take two here. As the new boy Lucas falls into the gutter next to the fence and gets up a little gingerly. In fact, it was Knowles, sorry, who went down there. That was a defensive header. It was just wide of the far stick. Free kick from the left-hand side, or rather corner from the left-hand side now, I should say. Knowles taking that duty, but not committing too many players forward here with the lead, Oakleigh, as you might expect. Tom Matthews at the front stick. 3 players split on the edge of the box. Jamal Ali manages to get it away. Now Holmes for Knowles, who elects to dribble and goes down. And is that a penalty? It is! Really silly challenge from the substitute, Brandon Yanch. And Joe Knowles, who's been the key man all night with 2 goals, wins a penalty for his team as well. And this could seal all 3 points for Oakleigh. They desperately needed 3 points. Only 2 wins in their last 5. They need this. And who else but Joe Guest to step up from 12 yards. It's Guest versus Sawali. 3-1. Joe Guest, reliable as ever from the penalty spot. He sends Francis Sawali the wrong way and makes it Oakleigh Cannons 3, Dandenong Thunder 1. Well, the wind has really gone out of the sails of the visiting supporters now. They've had some comebacks this season, but 3-1 is a mountain to climb against a Chris Taylor managed side. Heavy back pass. Sawali called into action. Matthews stepping out of the back line to get up for that one. Chris Lucas climbing, not quite meeting the ball, but still receiving some words of encouragement from his new teammates. Miller. Guest was wrestled to the ground. Lucas won the ball cleanly off Ashcroft. Holmes with a speculative lob into the channel. Maricic cleared, and it's Hamish Miller who sent it into touch. Here's Brandon Yanch with a chance to redeem himself after giving away the spot kick. He goes out to Suleimani. Bonata. That's a poor pass from Noel Bonata. I was about to save. Any inspiration is going to come. It's likely to be through him. Not that time. Marafiotti. Lucas with a hopeful appeal, drawing some ire from the crowd. Now a wrestling match going on, and Ashcroft cannot believe that decision. He's on a yellow card, so he has to be careful here. He's already been booked for dissent. Williams. Lucas. Miller. Kubale. Lucas. Finds Suleimani. And the left back gets his side going forward now. Marafiotti. Little step over. He can't beat Aaron Williams. And few have so far this evening been among Oakleigh's best on his debut. Straight into the starting 11 after previously playing at non-league level in England. It might fall for Marafiotti. Well, he got his feet all wrong there. He's a very left-footed player, and I think the right one's made out of wood. Did not connect. Sheridan taking matters into his own hands. Feely beats it away. Really good long-range effort from the centre half. Ashcroft. Kubalay. Maricic with space and time. He might be an emergency centre forward if they need him. Instead, he's crossing the ball in. It wasn't a convincing cross. Shanked ball from Aaron Williams. Rare blot on his copybook. Suleimani. Bernarda still going. He goes down. And it's another penalty. I was just singing the praises of Aaron Williams. But he was suckered right into that one by Noel Bernarda, who has the chance to give Dandenong Thunder a real lifeline here. What drama at Jack Edwards' reserve. He scored tonight. He has 7 this season. And he's been clinical from the penalty spot this year. All his own work. Noel Bernarda tries to gather his breath in time to take this one. Will we have a grandstand finish? Nick Feely in his way. It is Noel Bernarda with the straight run up. And it's straight down the middle. Noel Bernarda outfoxes the Oakleigh goalkeeper. He gets his second of the evening. And it is Oakleigh Cannons 3, Dandenong Thunder 2. And the fans are back up and about again. 6 minutes to play. Williams. Holmes for Fashini. Maricic over the top. Feely has to get this one, surely. Lucas chesting this one into the air. Ali came over the top. Or finds Brandon Yanch. Marafiotti. Matthews in with the big sliding challenge. Not sure if he intended it to be a slide, but it certainly ended up as one. And all the tall timber forward here for the Thunder. It was Maricic, who's so tall he had to stoop for that one. Nick Feely grasped it, no problems. Sawali in a hairy situation. Bernarda keeps it in play with a lovely back heel. What about that for a bit of Zlatan Ibrahimovic-esque skill? Now Ashcroft making the forward charge from defensive midfield. Rebound falls Yanch's way. It's Ashcroft. Williams in the way. Now Tyson Holmes. Well, Chris Lucas is surely offside here. Went too early here and straight at Sawali anyway. Timing wasn't there between the run and the pass. Understandable given a new signing coming onto the pitch for the first time. Hasn't had too much of a chance to train with his teammates. Only announced on Friday, I believe, so he may not have had any time at all. And Yanch will go into the book there for a late challenge on his opposite number 10, Joey Guest. Such a thrilling contest this has been. It's had absolutely everything. Goals galore. Yellow cards galore. Refereeing controversy. Sawali going very deep. Watson winning the knockdown. Little spin from Yanch. Spinata fires it straight down Nick Feely's gullet. Hamish Watson very kindly counting the 6 seconds out for the referee. I'm sure the match official appreciates that. Ali was holding his hands clear of Knowles the whole time while nibbling at his ankles. Seemed if he was already protesting his innocence before the foul was given. Here's Joe Knowles. Hamish Miller with time. He goes short to Joe Guest. Sheridan, nicely done. Ascroft, also doing superlative work there. Fashini couldn't get it clear. Suleimani's throw, Bernardo. Holmes turning out from pressure and beating 2 players. That's magic. From the wily old hand of Tyson Holmes. Sawali dwelling on possession. Never a good sign. Maricic loses possession under pressure from Guest, who outruns him now. Not quite. Those long legs serving Tom Maricic really well there. Ticking up to the 90-minute mark. There will be 4 minutes added. Still time for the Thunder. Good spin by Ascroft. It's Marafiotti who nearly hits the scoreboard. Someone needs to tell him you can't change it by making contact with it. It's Aaron Williams holding a hamstring, which is never a good sign. It's back to his feet now, and may just have been a time-absorbing manoeuvre from the experienced centre-half who's played in various locales. I believe he had a stint in India at one point. Of course, played in the A-League and over in England. It's a poor goal kick from Feely. Williams couldn't clear it. It's Hamish Watson now. Chips to the back stick. Miller with the defensive intervention. It's acrobatic from Noel Bernardo. But Nick Feely made a comfortable save. It's his second overhead kick of the evening. One of them was a clearance rather than an effort on goal. Thurtell sliding in and winning it off Sheridan. That one's gone out and nothing doing for Joe Guest in the end. Few yards being stolen here by the Thunder. Oakleigh want to make a change. It's Ryan Pachkowski being readied. Thurtell wins the aerial duel. There's Suleimani behind him who makes an attacker's challenge. He's not really a left back, and I think we saw that there. Just eats up valuable seconds that could have been used for more constructive aims. Thurtell will be the man replaced once this substitution is made. But here he is now, potentially his last involvement. There's a shot high and wide. Put in a hard-working shift tonight, Matt Thurtell. Not much joy in front of goal, but he's taken an absolute battering from two very physical central defenders who have the edge in height and muscle, and has done admirably. On comes Ryan Pachkowski. Onto the left flank with Chris Lucas heading up front. Williams with the header. Or with the slide tackle, which was timed to perfection. Patchy's header into touch. That's how he's affectionately known here. Sometimes you just ain't got the time to get through Pachkowski. Marafiotti for Yanch. That one angles out of play. Reverse swing off the outside of the right boot, which was not what he was going for at that point. Can't say Brandon Yanch's cameo has gone to plan, giving away a penalty, and his efforts on the attacking end have mostly been ones ending in frustration. His guest, quick as a flash, onto the second ball, and he'll head for the corner. Two hands in the back from Ascroft. Again, it's a silly foul. And it looks like this one will peter out. We've had a thrilling contest here this evening. Some of these Thunder fans heading for the exits. As Pachkowski goes to the corner. Be a Thunder free kick, but they don't have long. And it's kicked off here between Marafiotti and a red card out for Giuseppe Marafiotti, I think. He made contact with the neck of, I think it was Chris Lucas there. And he'll be heading for the showers slightly earlier than the rest of his teammates. Their first red card of the season as a team, Dandenong Thunder. This one was a powder keg and it just boiled over. Marafiotti red carded. And it's the full-time whistle. Oakleigh Cannons hold on for 3 points. It looked like it was all wrapped up. 2 goals from Joe Knowles and a penalty from Joey Guest. But the Thunder staged a comeback. Bernardo scored in the first half. He won and scored from a penalty again in the second. But it wasn't enough. And Oakleigh Cannons take the chocolates. The final score here at Jack Edwards Reserve is Oakleigh Cannons 3, Dandenong Thunder 2. I've been Josh Parrish. Thank you so much for watching on the Football Victoria live streams. We will catch you next time. But from me, from Jack Edwards Reserve to round out round 11 here in NPL Victoria. It is goodbye for now.